Welcome to my channel English Literature World.
In this video, I am going to discuss the poem I Saw the Dark Clouds Burst, written by the poet Mirabai. First, let's look at the poet Mirabai.
Mirabai, also known as Mira, was a 16th century Indian poet and mystic, and she is one of the most celebrated Bhakti poet and saint in the history of Indian literature. Her devotional poetry, also known as bhajans, is dedicated to Lord Krishna and is still widely admired for its spiritual depth and poetic beauty. Mirabai's poetry reflects her intense love and devotion to Krishna and her longing for a spiritual union with him. Her works continue to inspire people and are an important part of the Bhakti movement in India. That's all about the poet Mirabai. This poem, I Saw the Dark Clouds Burst, is a beautiful and moving expression of her love and devotion to the Hindu god Krishna. The poem is also a powerful meditation on the nature of reality and the relationship between the individual soul and the divine. Let's discuss the poem in detail with line by line explanation. I saw the dark clouds burst. Dark Lord saw the clouds, and tumbling down in black and yellow streams, they thickened. Here, Mirabai is describing her experience of witnessing dark clouds bursting, which has a dual meaning in this poem. On a literal level, she is describing the natural phenomenon of dark clouds bursting open, releasing rain in black and yellow streams. Here, black and yellow might symbolize the rich, life giving rainwater pouring from the dark clouds. This description can be seen as an observation of the nature. On a deeper metaphorical level, the bursting of dark clouds can be seen as a symbol of divine grace or revelation. The dark clouds may represent the trials, tribulations, or obstacles in life, and the bursting of these clouds signifies a spiritual awakening or a moment of divine intervention. The dark cloud mentioned in this above lines could be Lord Krishna, to whom Mirabai is devoted. She might be expressing her belief that her devotion and love for Krishna have led to a moment of spiritual clarity. These lines reflect her spirituality, where she finds meaning in both the natural world and the spiritual realm. Rain and rain, 2 hours long. Here, Mirabai emphasizes the duration and intensity of the rain, which has been pouring for an extended period. This extended rain is a natural event, but in the context of this poem, it carries a symbolic significance, representing the abundance of divine grace or blessings. See, my eyes see only rain and water. Mirabai's focus is entirely on the rain and the water it brings. This could symbolize that her single minded devotion to Lord Krishna, where everything else fades into the background and she contemplates her beloved Lord Krishna only. Watering the thirsty earth green. This line describes how the rain is nourishing the parched earth, bringing life and vitality. In the deeper context, Mirabai might be suggesting that her love and devotion for Krishna are like the life giving rain that rejuvenating her spiritual life and the world around her. Me, my love's in a distant land and wet. Here, Mirabai conveys a sense of longing and separation. This separation is a common theme in Bhakti poetry, where the poet's love for the divine is deep and intense, and they yearn for a spiritual union with their beloved deity. The physical world is seen as a distant land compared to the spiritual realm where their love resides. I stubbornly stand at the door. This line suggests a sense of unwavering devotion and determination. Mirabai is waiting at the door, which means that or which can represent the entrance to the divine or her beloved Lord Krishna's presence. Mirabai's unwavering stance at the door signifies her commitment to her spiritual path and her longing for a connection with the divine, refusing to be discouraged or deterred by any obstacles or challenges that may come her way. This line captures the essence of her strong and unshakable faith in her beloved Lord. For Hari is intellibly great. This line focuses the eternal and unchanging nature of Lord Hari. Hari is another name for Lord Krishna. In these lines, green symbolizes Lord Krishna's distinct dark bluish green complexion. Mirabai firmly believes that Lord Krishna's divine form is unchanging and everlasting, symbolized by the word intellibly. She highlights that her beloved Lord Krishna is not subject to the transience of the physical world. Mira's Lord. Mira's Lord refers to her personal and intimate relationship with Lord Krishna, often referred to him as her own. She saw Lord Krishna as not just a distant or different deity, but as her beloved. And she expressed this closeness and ownership through phrases like Mira's Lord. And he has invited a standing stubborn love. It means that the Lord Krishna has extended an invitation to Mirabai's love, signifying his acceptance of her devotion. Standing stubborn love implies that her love is unwavering despite any challenges or obstacles. It shows the depth and persistence of her devotion. It reflects the belief that her devotion to Lord Krishna is reciprocated by him. Next, we can discuss the themes depicted or conveyed in this poem. The first one is love. Love is a central and prominent theme in this poem. This poem is an expression of Mirabai's deep and intense love, particularly her love for Lord Krishna. The second theme is unconditional devotion. Mirabai have an unconditional and unwavering devotion towards Lord Krishna. She is willing to stand steadfast in her devotion, waiting for divine grace despite any obstacles. The third one is nature symbolism. Mirabai often uses elements of nature in her poetry to symbolize spiritual and emotional states. The fourth one is surrender and absorption. Mirabai's willingness to stand at the door and her acceptance of the rain can be interpreted as a form of surrender to the divine will and a desire for absorption into the spiritual realm. That's all about the themes of the poem. Now let's discuss the literary devices used in this poem. This poem employs several literary devices to convey its themes and emotions effectively. The first one is imagery. The poem uses vivid imagery to paint a mental picture of the bursting dark clouds and the rain, creating a strong visual and sensory experience for the reader. And the next one is metaphor. The bursting of the dark clouds and rain can be interpreted as metaphors for the poet's spiritual experiences and her yearning for a divine union. And the third one is enchantment. The use of enchantment, where a line of verse runs over into the next line without a pause, creates a flowing and continuous quality to the poem, mirroring the unbroken nature of the poet's devotion. And the fourth one is color imagery. The use of colors, particularly green, adds symbolism and emotional depth to the poem. The color green can represent the eternal nature of Lord Krishna and the rejuvenation of the soul. These literary devices work together to create a rich and evocative poem that conveys Mirabai's deep spiritual devotion and her connection to the natural world.